You probably think you know Google. After all, it's hardly a secret. Gmail, Maps, Search, Android, YouTube, and Gemini, of course. The products are so ubiquitous that they've become verbs, background noise to our digital lives. We joke about Google knowing everything about us. But here's what most people don't realize. The Google you see is just the tip of an iceberg so massive, so deeply embedded in the infrastructure of modern technology, that it beggars belief when you dig into the details. You're about to see how Google has quietly constructed the most extensive AI empire in human history, and they did it so cleverly that most people have no idea it even exists. Let's start with something that sounds almost absurd. Google owns 15% of Anthropic. Yes, that Anthropic, one of the world's top frontier AI labs, the company behind Claude, and one of Google's biggest competitors in the race toward artificial general intelligence. Think about that for a second. Google is both competing against Anthropic in the AI arms race and simultaneously owns a significant chunk of it. It's like Coca-Cola owning part of Pepsi while they battle it out on supermarket shelves. This isn't just hedge betting. This is next-level strategic positioning that ensures Google has a seat at the table no matter who wins the AI wars. But wait, it gets better, or worse, depending on how you feel about corporate consolidation. Google also owns 8% of SpaceX. That's right, the most important space technology company on the planet. The company literally redefining humanity's relationship with the cosmos has Google as a major stakeholder. When SpaceX launches satellites that will power the global internet, or when they establish the infrastructure for space-based computing and communication, Google isn't just watching from the sidelines, they're invested, both literally and strategically, in the future of space-based technology. Of course, one of the most critical contributions to AI is Google's 2017 development of the transformer architecture that has become the foundation for the most advanced large language models. GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Yes, the very same transformer. So even the world's most well-known chatbot, ChatGPT, literally has in its name something that Google created, despite OpenAI being a major Google competitor. Even OpenAI's new web browser, Atlas, which is meant to go toe-to-toe with Google Search, runs on Chromium, Google's open-source system that powers Chrome. It seems like OpenAI just can't quit Google. Let's move on to Google's investment portfolio. Through its various arms, particularly GV and capital G, Google has systematically positioned itself inside virtually every major tech company you've heard of. Airbnb, Google invested. Stripe, the payment processor running half the internet's commerce, Google's in there. UiPath, Uber, Databricks, CrowdStrike, Duolingo. The list reads like a who's who of the tech industry's most influential players. These aren't small bets. These are strategic investments in companies that are building the infrastructure of tomorrow. What does this mean? It means Google isn't just building its own AI empire. It's ensuring that whether you're using Google's products or their competitors, whether you're ordering a ride, learning a language, securing your business, or processing payments, there's a very good chance Google has financial interest and strategic insight into what you're doing. But here's where it gets truly wild. Remember 2014? That's when Google made what might be its most prescient move, acquiring DeepMind for about $500 million. At the time, some people thought Google was crazy. Today, DeepMind isn't just one of the world's premier AI research labs. They solved protein folding with AlphaFold, a Nobel Prize-winning breakthrough that will accelerate drug discovery and biological research for generations. They created AlphaGo, which didn't just beat the world champion at Go. It revealed entirely new strategies in a game humans have played for thousands of years, launching a new way to utilize reinforcement learning. DeepMind's research doesn't just push boundaries, it redefines what we think is possible with artificial intelligence. And Google owns all of it. Let's continue the acquisition tour, because this is where Google's strategy becomes crystal clear. In 2013, Google bought Waze, and suddenly they didn't just have maps, they had real-time crowdsourced traffic data from millions of users. Nest in 2014 gave them a foothold in the smart home before most people knew what that meant. Fitbit in 2021 put Google on your wrist, tracking your health data, your sleep patterns, your heart rate, and YouTube, that 2006 acquisition for $1.65 billion might be the best investment in internet history. YouTube isn't just a video platform. It's become the world's second largest search engine, a cultural force, and a data goldmine showing Google exactly what billions of people watch, like, and obsess over. But those are just the headline acquisitions. Beneath them lies a constellation of smaller companies focused on cloud security, data analytics, augmented reality, machine learning infrastructure, and more. Each one adding another capability, another data set, another way for Google to see and understand the digital world. Now we need to talk about X, Google's moonshot factory. This is where things get very science fiction on us. X isn't just a research division, it's a company incubator that has spawned entire industries. Waymo, their self-driving car company, is widely considered the leader in autonomous vehicle technology. Wing is pioneering drone delivery. Tara is building wireless optical communication links that could bring high-speed internet to remote areas. Malta is developing next-generation energy storage. Intrinsic is working on industrial robotics and AI. This is just a sample of the companies that have been spun out of X as independent entities, representing a different bet on the future, and every single one of them is built on AI, data, and machine learning. This isn't a tech company diversifying. This is a company systematically positioning itself at the intersection of every major technological transformation happening simultaneously. And many of X's current projects will follow the same path as the ones we just discussed. And then there's healthcare. This is where Google's AI ambitions get really personal. Verily, which focuses on life sciences, is using AI to study everything from surgical robots to disease detection. They're developing smart contact lenses, miniaturized health monitoring devices, and AI tools for clinical research. Isomorphic Labs, spun out from Google DeepMind, is using AI for drug discovery, potentially accelerating the development of new medicines from decades to years or even months. Think about what this means. Google's AI isn't just recommending videos or finishing your sentences. It's driving cars, delivering packages, discovering new drugs, solving protein structures, storing renewable energy, and so much more. Here's the uncomfortable truth. We focus on whether Google search is getting worse or whether Gemini can beat ChatGPT. But those debates are missing the forest for the trees because Google has built a shadow empire so vast, so interconnected, and so strategically positioned that its success doesn't depend on winning any single battle. They've invested in or acquired or spun out companies touching virtually every aspect of the AI revolution. They own pieces of their competitors. They've acquired leading research labs. They've invested in infrastructure companies. They've launched moonshots in every direction. And they've done it so systematically that most people can't keep track of it all. Ultimately, what does it mean when one company has positioned itself so deeply, so fundamentally in every layer of the technology stack that will define the 21st century? And what happens next? Drop a comment below and subscribe for more AI insights.